Kamen Rider.
Adam, what the f?
Hey everyone, this is Adam doing a showcase of my Marvel Legends custom Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. I tried to make it as accurate as possible and still have the, Robbie Reyes look to it. However, given the materials I had, which were the Taskmaster head, and some sculpting epoxy putty, I think it turned out okay. Of course, some of the lines aren't that great because when you try to hand paint lines, they're gonna be messy. The knife is probably one of the better things about the figure, or my custom at least. I sculpted this, and it took a while with all the sanding, and I made it so that it can come on and off the chain. And actually, part of the flames, the skull, is actually hot glue on the Taskmaster head. So once you take the hood off of the Taskmaster head, there's a hole. I filled it up with hot glue, and I was like, instead of using epoxy putty, I could just use that. Now, articulation-wise, you can still basically do all the, regular Marvel Legends stuff. Standard articulation for the Pizza Spidey body. And I did this with the Superior Venom, so there isn't... excuse me, I'm knocking over paint. There isn't much paint rub. The most paint rub I had was on the knees when I tried to do the lines, but somehow this line is still sticking in there, which is somewhat surprising. And he can still pose as well as any Marvel Legend should be able to. Now, this was my first technical full-on custom, and by full-on, I mean I did a bunch of sculpting. I painted basically every single part of the figure. I put a lot of time into it, and a lot of effort. And I wanted to make it so that it seemed like an actual Marvel Legend that Hasbro would produce. Meaning that it just has a simple paint job. Of course, the lines aren't as clean as a factory would have been able to make them, but I do think that it can still work with Marvel Legends. So the major flaws with this figure are the lines. This is before I was really completely into customizing. I was just trying out to see what a full-on custom would be like. But the line work clearly just is not very clean. I tried my best to keep all of the lines the same width, except for, like, the lines that were supposed to be thicker. You can see, compared to the Spider-Man, the spider symbol is just so much cleaner, because, obviously, that was in a factory. The fire on the head was just some red paint and then dry brush of orange and yellow. And that's pretty much the entire figure. So I hope you enjoyed this little showcase of my Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. I hope you enjoy this. I really, really want to redo this eventually. But until then, I will see you guys whenever I make another custom.
Death is certain, so believe that I be killing it. People ain't understanding my passion for these action figs. I put the picture up, you better caption it. I ain't a super soldier, powers came to me by accident. I get the